What's up, everybody? I'm gonna go ahead and get live on. We live everywhere? We already live everywhere.
I think we are live.
Cool. We have no viewers here. I'm wondering whether we're actually live.
There we go.
Well, it says we're live. Oh, we have no audio that. Or is that right? Nope. Leave that. Sorry, technical difficulties.
New guy. We're on.
Yeah. Alright. We got audio. We up? We good? Send us some comments. Tell us whether we're here. We're trying it. We're not showing any
comments on
or even watchers on YouTube. If you scroll
on
down.
YouTube.
Nobody on YouTube. So not
where
sure
are you
what's
people
up with
at?
that. All right.
On Facebook we have several. So you want to jump right into a
Sure.
question?
Sure. Give us a question. Throw your comments and questions up there. We'll answer them as we go along. We'll jump back and forth in between that and other stuff we got to talk about. Drinking some beer, having a good time. Throw them on up there.
All right. What are you drinking this week?
I have got Dogfish Head Hazy-O. Turn the mic up a little bit.
We are being told.
Okay, turn the mic up a little bit. Are we on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
It shows us no viewers on YouTube. Oh well.
All right.
I'm.
I'll check.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're having technical difficulties. I am drinking Dogfish Head Hazy-O Hazy IPA.
Nice.
It's a classic.
Yep. We got the local Yeehaw Brewery 80 Scotch Ale.
Nice.
All right. Matt Tucker says, question of the day, with World War III popping off, would you be sadder? What would you be sadder to go without, vodka or bacon?
Bacon, definitely. I don't drink much vodka.
Yeah, I mean, vodka's a nice drink and all, but I would have to go further with
yeah, I
bacon
mean,
as well.
if I have to pick between the two, I'll lose vodka any day of the week. I still got bourbon. I'm solid.
Matt follows up, question 2, more impressive facial hair, Rich or Johnny?
Definitely Johnny. I don't think there's any competition there.
No comment.
We might be on YouTube unlisted.
Unlisted on
Unlisted
YouTube. How
on
do we
YouTube.
get listed?
Possibly. I'm not sure if that's possible or not.
Yep,
Sorry.
unlisted. Privacy. Unlisted.
Sorry.
Well,
Change that and make refresh the screen.
Okay.
we'll get it sorted out.
YouTube, we're gonna get you sorted here shortly.
Ron, what's up, buddy?
All right. Got a question. When are we doing a restock of the Forged?
Do not have a hard date on that yet. We're getting ready to push out the Forged limited edition. So you'll be hearing more about that next week. We have acquired some forgings, so we will be relaunching. I don't have a hard date. Probably summer is realistic, but I don't have a hard date on when that is yet. But we have gotten a limited quantity of forgings that we will be relaunching the standard limited edition. I think actually there's a handful that maybe are still like in production that have gone or haven't yet shipped yet. Am I remembering that correctly?
Possibly, yeah.
Just a handful that were stuff happens and that haven't shipped yet. So you might still see a few more trickle out. But I think those are going to Europe. So it depends on where you are.
Juan asks, what does BB stand for? Ball bearing, ballistic ball, bear bacon Battlestar Galactica. I take it that's a office reference there.
I believe it technically stands for ball bearings. But I mean somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe it actually stands for ball bearings.
All right. What is going to be the next platform for the MTW, or is it just the M4 variant?
You think I'm going to tell you what the next gun we're releasing is? Probably there will be both. both other variations of M4s, because there's always lots of variations of M4s, and probably eventually we'll do something different as well. But you're just going to have to wait and see. Speaking of which, next week we will not have Live from the Den, but instead of 3 p.m. Eastern Time, jump on at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time for a live event. This will not be our standard Live from the Den. It will be a product launch event where you can get on there. You'll have an opportunity to submit your questions throughout the event, and we'll answer questions at the end after we go through and show you about a series of product launches that we're going to be showing you. So stay tuned for that. It is next Thursday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Go ahead and give yourself a reminder and all that kind of stuff on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're planning to watch it.
Yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming out. Dion Franklin says, "Sup, y'all? Can't wait for next week."
Yes.
You coming up, Dion?
Should be a good time.
All right. Next MTW has to be an AK because of World War III. People got to get their LARP on.
Oh, man.
It's a mess, y'all.
It is a mess. It is a very, very sad situation for the people caught in the middle of it.
So Morgan asks if we can share how many new items we are releasing.
Several. I don't know that I'm going to give you an exact number, but several. Some are things that we've hinted at. Some are things that we haven't even given you guys a clue about. And there's lots more stuff, honestly, that we're working on. But some of it I can't tell you just because it's not ready to go yet. Some of it I can't tell you because we're working with other companies on some stuff, some sort of cooperation efforts on some different fronts, and those, we got to wait on them as well. So lots of different stuff in the works. Should be a very exciting year, and we already have stuff planned for next year as well. We have stuff planned a good long ways out. Fun random thing here. We were in it was bought in Cody's backpack or something.
Something like that.
Ran
Tech
across
bin,
these.
maybe?
Some bag or bin. We ran across these. Oh. These are a stack of the 2019 SHOT Show patch cards. These were only handed out at SHOT Show, and I didn't know we had any left other than like the handful that are personal patches.
Yep.
I thought we had given them all away. So we might throw those up on the website at some point.
2019 was a good year, Rich.
Yeah,
Life was a little more simple back then.
It was.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So check it out. They're pretty sweet. Who has card patches? We did.
Dion asked if we had a new one this year. We did not actually do a new one this year.
Because we didn't go to SHOT. These were the card series was all SHOT shows. So we did King, Queen, Jack, and Joker. So let us know which ones you have. They're a fun collection.
Airsmiths is speculating that we're going to do an MTW Quake.
That is speculative.
Derek asks, can I use a 9-volt battery to power the FCU?
It is highly not recommended. Is the short answer. The long answer is technically your voltage is is going to put parts on the board running out of spec. Probably they will survive.
Okay.
But I can't guarantee it. But also, not all 9 volts have enough juice to run the electronics correctly without it drawing the voltage on the battery down low enough that the electronics do other weird things. Some do, some don't. So even if your board survives the over voltage situation, it may not survive, or it may not function normally. So would recommend a properly spec'd battery.
Roloff asks if we can send the patches to combat in the Netherlands. Shipping's going to be a bit steep overseas,
Yeah.
unfortunately. You might actually talk to Michael.
Yeah.
He might actually have some.
Maybe so.
So, I don't know. He kind of guards his patches with relish, right? Let's see here.
So some question about how much is our announcements going to change. Oh, yeah, there. Scroll down. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much will this release collection, quote, change the airsoft HPA industry, Rich?
Scale of 1 to 10. I'm only going about a 6.
Okay.
Which doesn't sound that exciting, but don't take that to mean that what we're releasing isn't exciting. Things can be exciting that aren't actually like revolutionary, if that makes sense in and of themselves. I don't think it. It's not a. It's not. There are a lot of exciting things that we're releasing, but I think of revolutionary from like a technical aspect generally, to change in technology that changes how an industry functions or something like that. And I wouldn't put much that we're doing in that category. Definitely some very new things, some things people haven't seen before, and stuff like that. But I wouldn't really call it like industry changing. That's my take.
Was there a poll that we were
Oh,
supposed to talk about?
there was. I don't know where it is. Is it pinned up at the top of the comments?
Let me check.
There's a poll up. I don't even know what's on the poll. I was told there was a poll and that you guys should take it and it would be fun.
So maybe you should comment whether you see the poll.
I don't even see the poll. I don't know where the poll is. Previously we had the poll.
Apparently we're too boomer.
Yeah. Last week we had the poll like pinned to the top, but I have no idea where the poll is. So.
There it is. Calvin just posted
you can pin it. You can go pin.
Pin. There we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
so it's pinned now, y'all.
Okay, we got her. Look at us being all tech savvy.
Yep.
I may or may not have gotten the paper plate award for the youngest boomer in the office.
Yeah, you're younger than me by a few years, but you're in good company, I guess.
Yeah, shoot. So tell us what's on the poll, because I don't even know what's on the poll.
Right.
But it looked. Let's see. Oh,
this is fun. Okay, so I'm going to read it off. Who would be better at airsoft? John Wick, James Bond, Mad Max, Master Chief, Agent 47, or John Rainbow?
I don't know. I feel like I'd have to go John Wick on that.
I'm kind of on team John Wick myself.
I feel like Master Chief is Teflon Man that would never call his hits.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't even.
He's got too much armor on.
He wouldn't even hear it. He's in space, so. Yeah. All right, and which should Rich have to dress up for the 2022 product announcement event next Thursday? So.
And you have some options. Okay. Wow.
Are you planning on wearing lederhosen?
It was not my plan, but
Fair point. All right. Well, y'all take the poll, and we'll see what Rich shows up next week as. Should be fun.
Shoot.
All right. Matt thinks Rainbow because calling his shots is irrelevant.
He would never get hit. He could just run through all the bullets. Would never get hit.
Yeah, he just runs through the bullets.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair point.
Eric agrees with us that Wick would destroy. So.
Yeah.
Juan says if a Cuddles bodysuit isn't announced next week, we riot.
Oh my goodness. Juan, you need to stay away from Brandon. Brandon was trying to convince us to order a Cuddles mascot outfit a few weeks ago.
Derek asks about his solenoid. He says solenoid on this S&P is leaking. Is it possible to disassemble and fix the solenoid?
Please don't disassemble the solenoid. There are instructions for how to clean the solenoid. But there's only one piece you have to take off for that. Every once in a while, we will have somebody that completely disassembles a solenoid and then wants us to fix it for them. That's the solenoid is not really a serviceable part. We don't make it. We buy it completely assembled, and you need special tools and measurement equipment to assemble it properly. So once you take it apart, good luck getting it back together. Yeah. Is basically and having it work correctly. But if you need it cleaned out, if you have most common when a solenoid leaks is it just has sort of dirt or debris plugging it, so you can generally clean that out without any major disassembly. And instructions for that are on our website, so check those out.
Yep. And might be a good chance. Have you talked about the
okay.
IFL?
So IFL. This is a fun little thing we're doing because we love you guys. So over the years, one of the most common things that we have seen as far as people having problems is just contamination getting into the system. So dirt, leaves, debris, crickets. I mean, you name it. We've seen all sorts of stuff. I'm not making the crickets up.
Nope.
So we came out with the filtered grip line a number of years ago, and that works really well. But what we wanted to do at this point was to find a way to integrate having a filter into all of the products, almost all of the products we sell. We're Bolt, this isn't included in, but all of the standard engines that use this style airline and all of the MTWs will now be coming with what we're calling our IFL, or integrated filtered line. And basically it's just a very minimalistic filtered line. So the filter is not replaceable at this point, but I mean, we've been making filtered grip lines for years, and how many replacement filters have we sold? Maybe almost none. Yeah. So we're like, well, let's just simplify it because nobody actually replaces them.
They're stainless steel. They're pretty robust.
Yeah, I mean, you can wash it out with water or air or whatever you need to if it comes right down to it. So we are going to be shipping these with all MTWs and all Inferno and Hydra and Reaper engines. I think have we already started that?
I'll have to check with Joe.
At least
but
on some product lines.
We've already started.
So you're going to see that start showing up soon. You probably won't even notice the difference unless you really go looking for it.
Right.
Because the filter is up inside the fitting at the back here, and you can't really see it unless you shine a flashlight on it at the right angle and look for it. But doing that because we want to be one less thing you guys have to worry about and improve the overall user experience.
Yeah. Hampus asks, how long is the delivery time to Sweden for products that are exchanged on warranty approximately?
It depends on
global
shipping method
is anybody's guess at this point. I wish I could give you a more precise answer there, but somebody's suggesting a bomber jacket next week. I don't know if you've got one.
I think it was him asking for a bomber jacket with Cuddles embroidered on the back, which would be
pretty legit. Yeah.
What style bomber jacket though? You thinking like
sheep or
I want full on leather World War II bomber jacket with Cuddles on the back.
Question: what would cause a gun with Gen 2 Inferno to feed perfectly on auto with 0.28 gram BBs, but only shoot the first shot with 0.32 BBs, same brand?
Okay. So the BBs, the 0.28 and 0.32 is a weight. Okay. And the BBs are actually heavier. That's what makes them more accurate. But what that means is that the spring is having to accelerate a heavier weight. Well, springs don't accelerate heavier weights as fast as they do lighter weights, right? They're pushing. The spring pushes the same, applies the same amount of force. Heavier weight with that whole stack of BBs in front of it means that it's going to push it slower. So sometimes that means that you will need to turn down your rate of fire because the spring can't accelerate a heavier stack of BBs at the same rate that it can a lighter stack of BBs. It may also be an indication, unless you have your rate of fire really pretty high, it may be an indication that your dwell isn't optimally tuned, because if you're running a Gen 2 Inferno, the dwell sets how long the nozzle stays forward on. So basically, the nozzle stays. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to. Your rate of fire sets how long you have total between shots, which includes two sections. One is the time that the nozzle is forward, and the other is the time that the nozzle is back. And it's going to repeat that forward and back pattern over and over again at a certain rate. That's going to be your rate of fire. You need the time that the nozzle is back to be longer in order to allow feeding properly. Okay, so there's two ways to do that. One is that you shorten the dwell time, because your overall, you change the portion. I don't know whether this is working, but anyway, if this is your overall length of time on a given rate of fire is the same. If you shorten the amount of time the nozzle is forward, you have more time that the nozzle is back. On the other hand, you can also lengthen the amount of time overall by reducing the rate of fire, and then the whole length of time is longer, and you effectively have more time between when the nozzle retracts and when it needs to fire again. So that's most likely what you're running into.
Juan comments, "Woo, nice. Will the new minimal FGL, IFL rather, be on the site for sale by itself so we can upgrade our current lines?" Short answer is eventually.
Yes, eventually. Eventually, it's going to go out. We're going to do away with the standard lines. It won't even the standard line won't even be a thing. This will be the standard line. We eventually won't be doing FGLs anymore, and we won't be doing our standard lines anymore. It'll just be this integrated filtered line.
Right.
So.
Let's see here. Glenn wants Wolverine M249 merch, please.
He's not
Well,
biased.
we can't always get what we want now, do we, Glenn? Fun fact about Glenn was at an event several years ago in the back of a awesome pickup truck at a pretty sweet venue up in Southwest Virginia, and Glenn just like point blank took out my knee from behind with his M249, and just apologetically said, "Oops." So.
Except it was Glenn, so he went, "Oops."
Yep. No, he actually felt pretty bad and bought me my favorite candy bar the next day. So I like to razz him, but he was pretty good. Johnny, your shirt is giving interference on screen. Be right back.
Oh, Johnny's over here stripping. Don't worry about it. All right. I don't know whether I have anything else I'm supposed to talk about. I'm not going to tell you this. It's in my notes that I should tell you, but I'm calling an audible. But there will be something else with airlines next week in the wave my airline at you in the product announcements. We're doing something else with airlines, so tune in for that. It's going to be pretty slick.
Rich, you should go all 80s bully preppy polo shirt with popped collar, sweater wrapped over neck, khaki shorts or pants, sunglasses, walking around with a tennis racket. So,
wow, I'm not sure I can quite pull that off.
Sorry, Matt. I did come back with a shirt on, so I guess you're disappointed.
Yeah. I keep scrolling up. There was something else I missed that I was thinking about. Oh. Sniper platform. Okay. Are you just talking about like a 308 platform? Or like a bolt action platform? Because I still want to find a way to do a bolt action MTW.
That would be
platform.
pretty sweet.
Like, that would be freaking slick. I would really enjoy that. But I don't know what to build it on. Because like you want it to work with like the aftermarket modules, so especially with the snipers, you could run like an air stock or a CO2 stock, something like that. That kind of means, there are, what's the name of that company? There's a couple companies actually that make like bolt action uppers for an AR.
Okay.
Either like a 308, like an AR-10 or an AR-15, but you can buy a bolt action upper for it.
Nice.
And they're not typical. I don't know how people would feel about that. If we did like an MTW bolt action that was but that had like essentially an AR style lower, but a bolt action upper. So you could use AR mags, and you could use all the air stock options, which would be super slick. I'm purely speculating. Don't start saying we're doing like
give us your comments.
Yeah, but let me know what you think. I don't know. Would that freak people out? I mean, it is a real steel thing. Like it is, but it's not common. There's only I found a handful of companies that do it.
Sure. Jesse was saying a
308
platform like SR25.
Yeah.
Sure, straight pull version of an MTW would be a nice way around it. Roloff loves the idea. Okay, Michael. Point taken, maybe for the next time. I'll have to work on my upper body strength. I had COVID a couple weeks ago. It kind of knocked me out, and haven't really been working out much since then.
I've been off the wagon for a long time, and I need to get back on it. But it's
a hard wagon to get back on.
It is. I was like on, what is it, like 2 or 3 years. I was doing well, and the last 2 years have just been tough.
In the UK, anything over 22 long rifle for ARS is a straight pull format, so it's quite typical setup in the UK. That's Airsmith's commenting there.
I don't actually understand that comment. You're saying 22.
I'm wondering if that's like the biathlon, like what the biathlon.
You're saying like an AR style lower with bolt action upper is common in the UK? I'm really confused.
Maybe he'll comment again.
Like I know it is a thing, but I don't know. I've never shot one. I know I've never shot one. I think I've seen some. The other thing I freaking want, and maybe I'm the only person on the planet that wants this, but I want just like an actual AR-15 that's pump action. Like put a freaking shotgun style pump action on the front of an AR-15, like an actual AR-15. I just feel like it would be a blast to shoot. Because you could like short stroke the pump. It wouldn't have to be a big, long, heavy pump action.
Sure.
You could get rid of the whole frickin' buffer action and all. Yeah. Like, I just think it would be a blast to shoot, and you have like a pump action.
Yeah.
223. I don't know. These are the strange ideas that freaking.
Straight pull equals single shot via charging handle.
Oh, you're saying
like a Springer.
So they eliminate like the gas tube.
Matt says it's an abomination. Probably a
which thing is a pump action AR-15? I'm just telling you, it would be awesome. Like, it would be fun to shoot.
Come on, Matt. Maybe you should just come to Northeast Tennessee and try it out for yourself.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to build either. Like, you'd essentially just need a rail. You could do it with just basically a rail kit that would bolt onto any AR-15 and turn it into a pump action.
Might be nice.
It would be wild. It would be fun.
Let's see here. Whoa.
Oh man, we got people sending all sorts of
Sending
stuff.
links and everything here.
Man.
Okay. Let's see. Seems like the higher advantage of the MTW is alignment. Can you release a bracket that replaces the gearbox and also holds the hop-up?
Yes, we could.
3D print brackets that hold HPA engine and hop-up unit, but he would like one made of aluminum.
We theoretically could. There are a lot of other advantages to running the MTW platform, though, not just the alignment. The alignment is one, but there are many other advantages, and we definitely are still working the aftermarket and trying to support it, but it hasn't it doesn't get priority, basically, is what it comes down to. In terms of how we pick which things we're going to develop, it's actually a kind of a frustrating problem. It's easier to do 3D printed because the tolerances on the parts that you're trying to match up are not very good, and the 3D print gives you a little bit of give, so you can kind of make sort of light press fits on everything. If you made all those parts out of metal, it'd be really difficult from one gun to the next, and let alone from one brand to the next, to make stuff that really consistently worked well. So that's sort of why we haven't, unless you want to go to the extent of doing like a freaking, what's their names, the company that makes the fully integrated CNC gearbox with the integrated hop-up house, Retro Arms.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to go to that extent, and for that amount of money, you might as well buy an MTW.
Flo says, sounds like a poor man's MTW kit.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, that's what what he said. He said some kind of bastardized version of the Wolverine bolt system with the MTW would work for a bolt action. Yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying. Is you take the platform. Again, I'm not saying I'm doing this, so don't
Don't quote us on it.
Yeah, I'm speculating that it's a possibility because to me it would be a super functional sniping platform. Super functional sniping platform. I mean, heck, you could make it even take at that point probably make it take whatever different, bolt action hop up unit you like. Pick your favorite. Whatever our favorite, bolt action platform is, and make the upper work with that. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. I think it could be a cool idea.
Yeah.
But
have you y'all mentioned the new
No, I already referenced it earlier. I told him I'm not telling them
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I'll tell them. I'll show them, but we'll give all the details on that next week.
All right.
I teased it.
So much good stuff.
So much good stuff. And Johnny's been doing videos for us.
Yeah.
He was all dressed up with no place to go.
Yeah. We're thinking about possibly changing our company dress code.
Oh,
to
are
match. We? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Full suit, tie.
I think I'd enjoy that for about a week.
Yeah, I don't know how it'd work in the machine shop.
It would be difficult in the machine
my
shop.
grandfather has a story of back in the 70s, I think it was, he was working for a machine shop and as a supervisor, and his boss required everybody wear ties.
Yep.
And he just thought that was insane. So
rotating equipment with ties. Awesome.
So he used a clip-on tie, and his boss came in to do a site visit, and started berating him for not wearing a tie. And he goes, "What do you mean? I'm wearing my tie?" And he looked down, and it was gone. Which is kind of case in point, safety issue.
Yeah.
Crazier times.
Ties and rotating equipment do not play nice together.
All right.
What we got?
Be an interesting concept as it would allow higher capacity sniper ammo count whilst allowing higher FPS limit. However, few strict milsim events may be a bit upset with the idea.
See, I don't think the milsims would. I mean, it's a real gun platform. Like I can show them examples of there are real firearms that function this way.
Yeah.
You can literally get an upper that bolts onto your AR-15 or AR-10 lower and turns it into a bolt action. It's not like, I'm throwing a Halo gun out there or something.
Matt wants us to invite him already. I mean,
dude,
isn't it a standing invitation?
You have a standing invitation. I invited you this past weekend and you didn't come. So I'm just saying. We went out and planted some freedom seeds and just, all the good stuff.
All right. Eric says that he has a forge and took the Phoenix hop out and put a standard one-piece polymer hop, which solved his issues. Is there any benefit to upgrading to a one-piece? Sorry, all the comments keep jumping on me. One-piece CNC hop.
I will give you my opinion. If your gun is shooting great, don't mess with it. That's my professional opinion. Just.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, just leave it. And that goes pretty much across the board. Unless there's something wrong, just the odds you're gonna make it better before you make it worse is not great.
Yeah. Ooh, crossbow upper for.
Dude,
AR.
why though? Because now you have an actual firearm with a freaking crossbow on top of it.
Yeah, that's.
That doesn't seem optimal to me.
Does that translate to airsoft? LARPing, sure, but airsoft?
I mean, maybe we could have it mag feed like some sort of, like little dart things that, it shoots.
Got little bolts there.
Yeah.
Foam bolts. Maybe Australia would let us, do something like that. Let's see here.
Shotgun style stock. You're talking like what do they call this? AR-12s?
Okay.
Like a shotgun based on an AR. Those are pretty freaking hot.
Tucker agrees. Airsoft is LARPing.
It is. We all just got to get over it.
Yep.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I did not think of it that way for the first 10 years I played airsoft. And then somebody said that, and I went,
You're dressing
up. Just had an identity crisis. But just embrace the crazy.
Yep.
We're all a little crazy.
All right. Well, do we have those poll?
Oh, let's look at those poll results. Wait, we don't get.
Oh, apparently I don't.
We have to vote to see the results.
Well,
All right, maybe. You gonna vote for us?
Let's see here. Options for Rich. No metal shavings or paint on his clothes.
That would be a win.
I'm a fan of this.
The Steve
Jobs. Though I think that was it 1995. The Microsoft launch video.
Yeah. Windows 95 Microsoft launch video.
That was lit.
Dancing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I was all of like 9 or 10 years old when that happened, but.
Okay, well, Calvin said he sent it to Teams. All right, let's see what we got. All right. So, we got some votes for Rambo and James Bond. None for Agent 47 or Mad Max.
Right.
19% for Master Chief and 71% for John Wick.
I mean...
Yeah, oh no. Well, I'm glad this is not authoritative.
Let me guess, the lederhosen.
We have some votes for no metal shavings. 23% with all suited up.
All right.
28% imitate Steve Jobs, and then 43% with a lederhosen. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I can.
Chris sees patches.
Yeah, patches. They somehow got stashed away for over 3 years,
yep.
And we completely lost them, and now they're found. So, I think we're gonna about wrap it up for today, guys.
Yep.
Thank you. It's been a good one. We've stayed busy. I hardly had to go to my
good questions
list.
And
Be sure to invite your friends. Tell them to show up. Next week's gonna be a fun time.
1:30 Eastern.
1:30 Eastern time. Set yourself a reminder. Give yourself an invitation. I'm sorry if I don't know whether we ever got YouTube up and going today, but hop on.
We'll repost later.
And we will see you guys next week.